all. Men are actually less adjusted for inflation right now than they did in 1973. In the meantime, however, women, they've seen a 30% increase in their average wage. Consequently, the multi-decade trend of men dropping out of the workforce has only gotten worse since the Great Recession, particularly among white men. The decline in worker participation since the Great Recession, December 2007, men down 5.7%, women 4.5%, white men 6%. So the big question is, can this issue even be fixed, and what will the political ramifications be? Joining me now, Peter Morici, Senator Scott Brown, and Gina Loudon. Dr. Morici, before we get to the political aspect of this, economically, factually, can this be reversed?
Absolutely. If we look at the trade policies that both the Bush and the Obama administrations pursued, they really accelerated this process by destroying so many manufacturing jobs. Also, the higher education system and the secondary education system systematically discriminate against boys and men. We have more boys dropping out of school, and universities grant only 40% of their diplomas to men. Yet, universities continue to have special programs at every turn for women. There's a crisis in young men, and we need to address it. And it has broad political implications, and I think this election is going to have a lot to say about how it's going to play out. If Hillary becomes president, you might as well give up on men.
Gina, let's talk about the psychological aspect of this for a moment. When I grew up, it was all about the man being the breadwinner. That was a tradition. We know there are many families where two people work, but the notion that the man not working at all is a relatively new phenomenon, but it has some deep hurt. It hurts deeply, doesn't it?
It does, and it's been really the tip of the spear as to the reason why there's been such a breakdown in the family. And this hurts the poor people, the poorest in this country, minority groups disproportionately, as you know, Charles. But here's a pretty inconvenient truth. When you consider that one party in our political system right now is headed up by essentially three feminists, Hillary Clinton, Elizabeth Warren, and Debbie Wasserman Schultz, and you look at their whole argument is predicated on some sort of glass ceiling for women. Well, it appears, Charles, there is a glass ceiling, and they're pretty much standing on it. And I'm wondering if they're going to take up the cause now of these men who are being discriminated against. This isn't the only evidence we have, Charles. Also, female CEOs, don't forget, make almost double what male CEOs make in this country. So there is a glass ceiling, and but it may not be conveniently where they hoped it was for their campaign issues.
Senator Brown, a lot has been made of the quote, angry white male in this election cycle. And Donald Trump saying, hey, we're going to bring back these good paying American jobs. That's one of the lures, isn't it? That's one of the things people are responding to. But a lot of other people saying, hey, you know what? Robots are coming in. Technology has changed. And where do we stand on this? How can we solve this issue?
Well, Charles, listen, I feel kind of melancholy listening to you guys. I mean, I guess it's over. So all the white men better just stay home, and all those, poor people who are looking for jobs. I mean, give me a break. Here's the solution. We have to lower the corporate tax rates. We have to repatriate all that offshore money. We got to streamline and consolidate the regulatory process, create regulatory and tax certainty, allow businesses and give them the environment to actually want to go and create jobs.